I've been experimenting with widening my stance with the squats just to find some sort of stretching technique or some sort of variation to get my hips to open up. I think my left side of my hip has been very tight lately. I feel not as limber in that side of my hip. The one thing I wanted to touch upon this week is the subject of time. This will be a reoccurring subject, I feel, because of the importance of time. I didn't learn about the importance of time until I started scheduling morning workouts with my workout routine. Waking up in the early morning really puts into perspective on the amount of time that you have per day. Uh, it it kind of sucks that I took me a long time to realize this, but I'm glad that this has been implemented in my life. We are all given 24 hours in a day. What we choose to do with that time is all up to us. And I believe everyone should be effective with their time. Another thing that we also take for granted is that some people's times are cut short quicker than others unexpectedly. And I think that's, even though that's very sad to hear, I think it really puts into perspective on utilizing the time that you have and appreciating that you get to wake up every morning and you're allowed that time to work on whatever you want in your life. My 315 today or this week felt a little bit slow. I think it went well. I'm liking the progress of where I'm at with the squats. I'm feeling a lot of development in my hamstrings lately, and I think that will be a contributing factor to my progression in the squats. Here's my bench routine. I'm still feeling a little soreness on my left chest just from the past weeks of trying that 5x5 of I believe it was 275 at the time. So towards the last set, I did feel a strain in my left chest, and that really halted my progression in the bench. I know that time will heal my wounds, and I just need to keep at the level of consistency on the amount of weight that I'm pushing. Speaking of time, there is one instance where I had a friend. They asked me, how do I have time to work out in the morning every day? And it didn't come all that easy at first, and the only response that I had at the time is that you make time. And what I mean by that is, if something is a priority in your life, I believe that you will make time for it. You will adjust your schedule or adapt to adapt to try to fit that into your life. One thing that I like to do when I go running is if I have to go to the grocery store, I would plan my run so that I would finish at the supermarket so that I can get my cardio in, but also complete my chores to buy groceries. And that's really something that you have to kind of fit in your lifestyle so that it becomes convenient. And another thing is that you want to find something that you enjoy. With time, it allows you to self-reflect. It allows you to monitor your progress, and with time, you really get to see the amount of progress that you have achieved in your journey. Here's my deadlift routine. It's feeling really good. I think the deadlift would be the best progression out of my 3 lifts right now. And the 315 is feeling great in the hands. I decided to deadlift without shoes this time around and really focus on keeping my back straight and getting a little bit lower on the descent. I'm still working on getting to some sort of max range. I don't really attempt max ranges too often because I do like having more volume in my lifts. Maybe every month or so I would attempt some sort of max in my lifts, but not too frequent. Here's my run schedule for this week. Pretty consistent, and I think this is my sweet spot on the amount of runs that I have per week. This will be it, and thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.